We'll be here to talk about a variety of issues that are responsive to the questions that you posed in your order for purposes of today's tutorial. And in addition, there are quite a number of people in the courtroom who also represent plaintiffs and have filed some cases in this matter, and this has been a coordinated effort with support from
they should make their appearances if they're counsel in the case. Are any other people here who want to make appearances? I think you should put your name on the record. Okay, now we're doing this by FTR, correct? And this is being recorded, but I need for you to say your name, but since it's on a tape recorder or digital recorder, we need, so say your name again.
Thank you, Your Honor. Joshua Watson from the Arnold Law Firm, working with Mr. Antonis on this part.
All right, I heard that pretty clearly. Okay, yes?
Good morning, Your Honor. Jonathan Shubb, S-H-U-B as in Lloyd, Code, Swift and Graff, Philadelphia, representing plaintiffs.
But which particular case did you file? All right. All right, I got it. Okay, anyone else?
Good morning, Your Honor. Karen Riebel, R-I-E-B as in Lloyd, E-L, Lockbridge, Grindle, Mallon, in Minneapolis, representing the Nexus claim.
Okay, great. Anyone else?
Good morning, Your Honor. Melissa Emmer, E-N-E-R-T, from Stone Brody, representing the Benetowis plaintiffs.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. A.J. Bartolomeo, D-E space capital B-A-R-T-O-L-O-M-E-O. I'm also Milbert Tadler, representing the White.
All right, anyone else?
Ivy Bell with Franklin D. Azar Associates, representing the Colonial plaintiffs.
Say your last name again.
No, and is Nancy G. George Rosenboston.
All right, thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dan Robinson, Bagson, representing plaintiff Joseph Melendez.
Uh-huh. You got to say it again. I just didn't get it.
Sally Handmaker Guido, I handed out my information to Teresa.
Well, no, but it also has to be clear on the tape.
On behalf of the Macy's plaintiff, with Clubhouse Sign.
All right. Thank you. Okay.
Your Honor, Dale Black, the plaintiff Joseph Schmidt.
All right. Okay, so the reason we don't have a court reporter is, I think I've been told, it's on account of the partial shutdown and the shortage of funds, but I had wanted a court reporter, but we have to do this today by FTR, the tape recording system. But that's okay. We do that in a number of civil cases, and it'll work out fine. And it's also by your consent, someone had wanted this to be, the tutorial to be recorded. I think other judges in the country are interested in it, and so they wanted to see what you have to say. So someday a judge in a distant part of the United States may say, well, you didn't say that on the tape. What you said on the tape was X. Now you're saying Y, so be careful. This is going to be used in other cases. All right, are you ready to proceed?
I am, Your Honor. I'm actually here simply to make an introduction of Ryan McGee from Morgan & Morgan, who is going to kick off the presentation. And I just wanted to reiterate, we welcome the opportunity to educate the court and to answer whatever questions you have throughout the course of today. So
Excellent.
thank you.
Thank you for that. All right, so please come forward. And your name again?
Ryan McGee, again with Morgan & Morgan.
All right.
And Your Honor, I have printed out hard copies of the slide deck as well as executive summaries and CVs for the two experts that we'll be calling today.
Okay.
If Your Honor would like those, I do have copies for opposing counsel, the clerk.
Well, go ahead and give me whatever you think in the easiest way that you feel is going to help.
And Judge, we're going to begin the presentation with Ms. Mary France. She has over 28 years of experience in the cybersecurity field. She is the CEO of Enterprise Knowledge Partners, LLC. She has served as an expert in numerous data breach cases. She's also a certified ethical hacker. She conducts penetration testing, and she's an information systems auditor and her CV and summary have been submitted for the court today. And
Okay.
Ms. France will be addressing the personally identifiable information, the value of that personally identifiable information, and the industry standard practices to protect against hacking.
All right. Great.
And that will be followed by Mr. Strebe, and I'll introduce him with his credentials.
Okay, now let's have her come forward. She can stand right where you are. She doesn't have to be on the witness stand, or did you propose to do that?
We spoke yesterday with your court personnel, and they indicated the witness stand, but whatever worked for Your Honor.
Well, this doesn't have to be under oath. This is just a tutorial. I don't propose that it be under oath. If you want to do it under oath, okay, but I feel, is that all right with both sides? All right.
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, so the expert can come forward. Still, I expect her to tell me the truth. I know she will. But she can stand right there and be the professor as opposed to the witness. Unless you want to do it a different way, I'm okay. I can absorb it any way you feel is best.
I think it'll be easiest if she sits at the witness stand.
All
She'll
right,
have access to the...
please take the witness stand. But again, this does not need to be under oath. So you testify as if you were a witness, but this is not a evidentiary hearing. This is a tutorial. So welcome to the court. Say your name again and use the microphone, please.
Mary France.
F-R-A-N-T-Z.
A-N-T-Z.
F-R-A-N-T-Z.
Yes.
Okay, welcome, and counsel, go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Now, Ms. France, one of the first topics that we've been asked to speak about today and educate with the tutorial is personally identifiable information. And I'd like you to start off with a general explanation for the court, what's meant by personally identifiable information.
Personally identifiable information in general are a series of data elements that can be combined that uniquely distinguish any one individual to the point where they can be contacted or found. And there are statutory standards by state as well as under the National Institute for Standards of Technology, the FTC, et cetera, where they have certain data elements like first and last name, address, et cetera. And California has their own version that is slightly more comprehensive than the standard.
All right, I can hear you perfectly fine, but does everyone in the courtroom, can everyone hear okay? Everyone's indicating yes. All right, thank you, good.
And we've provided the definition, but I'd like you to discuss the difference between what you call historical, or excuse me, what's referred to as historical and temporary personally identifiable information.
Okay, so the context is basically how it can be used and the value of it. So as from a hacking standpoint, we look at whether the personally identifiable information from an individual has a long or short life based upon its use and value and who can find it. So, for instance, temporary, what we call in our industry, temporary PII is something that can be changed fairly easily. It doesn't mean that it's any less disruptive to an individual should it be taken. It just means that it has more or less the ability for the individual to control it. So something like a credit card. You know, you find out your credit card was hacked, you can go get a new one, you can change a bank account, things like that. So that have limited life, so to speak.